Tim, in your mind, what was the best part of the defensive turnaround this week?
I thought it was the play of the front seven. I thought they were outstanding. In particular, their ability to get after the quarterback, Daniel Jones, sack him 5 times, but perhaps most importantly, they got their hands up in passing lanes and batted balls down. That's always been a big reason why they've been able to combat the quick passing game. And when they've gotten into ruts getting after the passer, when quarterbacks have thrown the ball quickly in less than 2.5 seconds, what the Steelers have often done, just gotten the arms up, clouded the passing lanes, deflected passes. Cam Hayward is proficient at that. TJ Watt is usually great at it. Alex Highsmith too. I think that's kind of been absent in recent weeks. They rediscovered that skill today. They batted down a bunch of passes, deflected balls up in the air. Part of the reason that they resulted in 6 turnovers on defense and special teams throughout the course of the day, and they scored off of 4 of those turnovers.
On the other side of the ball, the offense, no gaudy numbers to talk about for any of the guys, but what did you like from their performance?
I like the fact that they cashed in those turnovers for the most part. Now, Aaron Rodgers was critical of the offense and said it still needs to be better. He said he liked the play calling a lot in sequences after the turnovers. They had to work a while to get some of those scores. Like he said, on a day when you get 6, you should put 35 to 42 up on the board, not hope to get out of there with a 27-20 victory, but it was enough today.
Anything surprise you?
Yeah, I was really surprised at the fact that the defense was able to contain not 1, but 2 of the Colts' offensive stars. Normally, when you see an offense that has that many, you can really take away one guy, but then somebody else hurts you. Now, the 2 wide receivers did have 115 yards each, but that was a lot of empty calories. Those were potato chips at midnight. I thought the ability to take away both Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, both of whom were spectacular coming into this game, that was huge today for the Steelers defense.
And take your pick on this one. In your opinion, what was the play of the game?
I actually think it's pretty obvious. I don't think it's hard to pick this. I think it was TJ Watt's strip sack in the first half. Mike Tomlin pointed to it. Aaron Rodgers pointed to it. I think the phrase that Mike Tomlin used was, "We were running on the beach," running in sand when it came to that offensively, and that seemed to give a spark not only to the offense, who then picked up the ball and scored eventually, but also to the defense. That 1 turnover begat 4 more after that, and we just talked about it. When the ball was on the ground and the defense got it back, or when the ball was bad in the air and the defense got it back, the offense turned it into points. And with some of their other struggles today, manufacturing their own offense, that was huge.
Tim, thanks so much for your analysis.
You
we
got
appreciate it. He is Tim Benz. I'm Ashley Leotis here at Acrisure Stadium, and that's Pittsburgh's Action Sports.